guys, I am ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We're coming to the end of winter here in the lovely town of Atomograd-17 as part of our Rise of Cornoe series. We do have quite a bit of construction underway that we're trying to conclude so that we can actually get this moving. Now, I continue to have these happiness problems over here, and I continue to be a little bit flabbergasted by it. For the most part, it doesn't seem to be a temperature or a water or a waste problem. And so I don't quite get why we're seeing the unhappiness the way we are. I mean, I know that at the harder difficulties, they do get a little bit more extreme, but it just doesn't make sense to me that we're getting these. So, unless it's a is it a wear and tear thing? Could it possibly be I mean, look at 60 over here, and then this is 70. And I can't really see the difference. If we pause it for a second, right? Without a job, no church, no pub, right? And then if we go this way, what is in here as well? No electronics. So potentially it's the whole no electronics thing behind it. So if we have a quick look here and we say we want to have a look at goods and we want to have a look at electronics, and then we can see that, yes, in fact, we have little to no electronics available in these areas. And maybe that is what is causing our problems. Maybe because we don't give these people any electronics, they're not super duper happy. Hopefully, we will slowly get to resolve this. This is no drinking water. I do believe we are actively busy sorting that out, right? Where is our water? Oh, we don't have a water connection. Oh, no, we do. We do. This guy just needs to be... The source is not sending. Is this... Oh, hang on. These is with... Okay, fine. Before we get too far along, these need to be powered, of course. Okay, so let's quickly have a look. So we're not powering them at the moment. So we do want to do that, and potentially we need more than one in here. So let's quickly resolve the whole powering thing. I think we'll start off with one like this. It may be a little bit too much of a power drain on just the one. So I'll bring in the cable from... it's not that one. I'll bring in the cable from like the second one here, right? With a view that we can still use the others, right? So let's do that. We'll go ahead and accept the construction of all of these things, and let's see about assigning someone in this area to come and build it. We'll add the helicopters to the mix here to get it done a little bit quicker, and maybe we'll assign even a little bit of lesser here to come and help build that a little bit quicker. I guess that should help. Then we should get it over here. This is without... okay, that's good. That's good that we see that. Here we do have this stuff available. We do have no garbage truck for small containers. Well, no garbage trucks altogether, to be honest. Or do we have a garbage truck assigned to it? At the moment, it doesn't look like it, right? Over here, what is this doing? This is general goods distribution A. Oh, this is technical services. Oh, garbage trucks over there, and big distribution. Okay, so what we have, right? So we've got general goods distribution, which is picking up over here and taking to all of these places. Now, what we also need to obviously do is distribute some of the other items. So these guys are coming here, these guys are coming here, so it's fairly equal. So what we'll do here is this is general goods, this is supermarket goods, right? Yeah, so this is general goods distribution A, and I think we'll rename it. Instead of saying general goods, this will be store goods, then this will be general goods, general goods. And I did this in the in the last episode. General goods distribution. So this will take stuff like, okay, we do need bring some stuff in here though, but this will take whatever we've got over there, right? And it will come and drop it over here. But let's get some vehicles in there first, and then we'll move on from there. So general goods will all be these covered hulls. So let's just grab a couple of covered hulls. That's going to be sufficient, I believe. So we'll grab them, move them over here as a starting point. We can let that go so they get there. We'll try and get this built. They need to bring in some stuff over here. We do need workers over here and probably a bus station of sorts. So if we're going to say a bus end station, let's grab ourselves a bus end station for this. I would like to have a bus end station, right? None of that. So I think it's a depot. Yeah, see here we've got tram end stations and bus end stations. And did we think a small one or did we think a large one? Can we fit a large one? We cannot fit a large one. So if we think about a small one, the small one can squeeze in here like this. And I think that's about right, to be honest. So let's do that. Okay. I'm going to pay for this. I think I'm gonna pay for that. Yeah, that's pretty cheap. Pay for that. We'll get we can't actually park a bus over there, but what we'll need to do is take a bus over here and drop off some workers in that location, at least as a starting point, right? So I guess that's where we're gonna start it. Do we have buses available or not? Can't see any. And I guess we were also waiting on some waste vehicles, right? So, yeah, here they come. The waste vehicles are coming in. Where are the buses? Okay, well, we'll bring the buses up a little bit forward. I'm a little surprised that we don't have any buses. Anyway, we could steal one somewhere if we need to. Did we have... I think we have some buses parked. I think we've already used them. Oh, here's some buses, yeah. I can grab one of these, right? And what we'll say is we'll say change the depot location. I don't think we have a depot here, right? There should be a depot, even if it's just a little something. Right? There was something here somewhere. I'm sure of it. Is that a depot? So if we did this, right? No, you see, that's not a depot, so we can't now assign it to something. And I guess that's the issue. So I'm looking for some sort of depot somewhere. Over here. Okay, and now what we can do is we can effectively say, you go there, and then you go here, you pick up passengers, right? None of this stuff, and then you drive over here and you drop them off, right? Whatever, right? Get out, all of them. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do that and we'll effectively make a start on that route. So at least that means that we'll get some workers to start working in this area, so that we can get water pumping through. We should have, we should have, I think sufficient. Oh, actually, we have probably got a power issue along this route, right? So that's not powered. It's powered. Do we know if these are powered? Water switch. Ah, this needs to be powered. Water pump. This is powered. That is not powered, but that will be powered by this one. So, so that one won't be filling. That's interesting. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We should be, hopefully we should be pumping all of this stuff. So anyway, we'll await on this, and then maybe we don't need any other pumps along the way, or any other power along the way. So we'll deal with that as we get to it. We are awaiting some vehicles to arrive in this location, and we're constantly building some stuff, and we're trying to get to the end of winter. These are building, so we'll move it a little bit faster to try and get it done. Is this should be underway, right? And this, it's waiting on stuff. Okay, anyway, we'll just have to, it'll just have to slowly start happening. Similarly, we can start dropping off some stuff over here. This needs to be powered, I guess, as well. It doesn't have any drinking water, it doesn't have any power. I think most of our infrastructure is here. We just need to slowly start to distribute it to the places, right? And of course, we will need to make that work. There's a heating problem. Yes, we know of these things. We will need to bring workers over here to make this one work also, of course. Okay, that's an interesting proposition. So we'll need another bus that then drives from there to all the way over there to bring in these guys. Now, this should have a reasonable storage, right? That's, what's its storage? Yeah, this is a reasonable storage. I believe initially we wouldn't need to run it constantly to get that to work, right? So that's okay. This is a school. That's fine. This is a sports hall. This is a clinic. So we should be able to, that's a university. These are a variety of different buildings. This should be heating things. Ah, we need another bus to come over this way. This is all ready to go. What it's not doing, though, it doesn't pick up any of its waste material. I think we'll have to do it on this side. So let's grab one of these guys, right? Look at all of these walking links. So if we did this, I think that should be fine. So I think we'll just do that. And we'll pick up on that. What I'll do is I'll pay for this. I'm not going to worry about doing that. What kind of waste are you doing? Just mixed waste, but I guess we'll also do a little bit of biological waste. So at least we'll be able to pick up waste there when we bring in people to that location. So this bus is going nuts, right? Picking up people over here. How many people can actually wait in this location? We don't want students, we don't want passengers, we don't want tourists, we only want workers, and initially the bus will be doing all of that. Fire has been extinguished, it's into February. We should be getting things moving along. Without drinking water, yeah, of course, drinking water is our issue at the moment. So let's quickly see. So we've got this guy that was supposed to give drinking water to most things, but of course we've missed out on this one, so this one is not going to have any. So that's a bit of a bummer. So I guess we will need to extend another one of those lines. This is quite a challenge. It's always a challenge to get a new place up and running. Always a challenge. So this is a water switch. We want a water substation. We'll go with this one. And we'll kind of move it down into this area here to kind of pick up on a few different things. Now, this one doesn't need to necessarily be... So I guess something like this is going to be okay. So we'll place it there. I think that's fine. And what we'll do is we'll give it a little path over here. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll just make sure to grab a pipe and bring the pipe through also. So if we go underground, we can see... Ooh. That is not really what I had in mind. Okay, fine. Let's cancel this and let's bring it to the other side. This is... I didn't quite realize it's a bit of a challenge. What we'll do is we'll put it on this side then. Because I think on this side it will be a little bit... Yeah, so we can bring it up all the way nice and close to the edge here. This will be a little bit more serving of the area. And I'm kind of thinking that we probably should put a switch in there as well. So if we just do the standard water switch, yeah, that should be fine. So we'll bring this guy out this way. So at least we can probably split off again. So let's just do that, right? We'll do this, right? We'll bring the pipe through from there to there. That's going to be fine. And then we'll do this guy, which will now kind of tie in everything else. And we'll, I think we'll keep them, we'll try and keep them together over here, right? And then, so that it doesn't take up too much space. And then we'll do that. And of course, I'm assuming we've got a similar sewage problem as well. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, fine. We'll start the construction on that. We'll go and make sure that all of these things are tied together. And that there's a little path there for construction to commence. Right, get all of this to move, get the lesser crews in here, get the helicopters in here. We want all of that to be constructed. Now, of course, that means we're also having a sewage issue, right? So if we go over here, did not really, I don't know what I did when I did this, to be honest. If I click this one, no, that's not what I want to click. I want to click this one, and then I want to check what is in capture range. Yeah, so I think I planned it. I probably just missed out to see this one. Probably just missed it. So let's have a look. Where can we tie in? I believe we can tie in over there. So if we were to say a sewage connection, right, we can tie in on that side. Now the question is, from a levels perspective, can we bring one in that way? I guess the answer is always yes. It may just require us to do some stuff, right? So what we'll do first, let's just see if we were to say put one, well, actually we would like to do at least a switch, right? Something like this. So if we put something like this in there, right? Can we do that? Yeah, the slope is in the wrong direction. So that was kind of my worry. So I guess what we'll need to do is also give ourselves a little bit of a sewage pump in here. And I think the 5-meter one is probably going to be sufficient. We just need it to be in a location where it'll be powered. So I guess something like... Let's just flip it around though. There we go. Something like that should be okay, right? So we'll do this, and presumably that means we'll be able to tie that one in there, and we'll be able to now I think we're gonna need to do, okay, so what we'll do is we'll move this one back into this location over here. Right, so where we've got everything else going on, we'll also place this one in here. And then I believe we should be able to tie in like so, no problem. And then we should also be able to do this. And I just don't want to double check. We are in fact capturing it now. So we'll be able to do that. We'll be able to tie this in, and we should be able to give all of this. Oh, that one did in fact get itself a connection, and then we'll just tie in. Yeah, so this is not wanting to work now. Anyway, we'll just do that for the time being and make sure we assign some construction to all of this stuff. Even the... Oh, did I not... okay, hang on. Go back here and say do that. And then we go and we say, guys, let's just start construction on all of this stuff. Thank you. And we'll keep the helicopters in the loop also, and we'll keep all of this stuff in the loop. Okay, so lots of stuff happening there. Happiness is at 81, so I'm less worried about these things. We do want to keep an eye on that to make sure it's kind of constantly working. This should now be powered, so this should be full of water, waiting on workers. Okay, we did bring this in. So now please go and drop off some stuff over here. So this one will ask for that. So what we'll do is we'll just say, okay guys, you can go and drop off over there up until maybe, let's do 80%, so you'll do a proper loading there. Okay. Excellent. So let's go back over here. Do we have additional vehicles we can use? We should. Oh, I think, right? I think we're auto-replacing stuff quicker than we can actually assign them anywhere. So we may need to put yet another stack of these in play, you know, soon. Okay? But that's okay. I think now it's end of winter. Money is kind of holding. We could probably spend a little bit of cash on some of these things, I think. But for the time being, I'm okay. We've got all of this here. Those won't be working. We've got more technical services over here that can do some stuff. We definitely need to slowly start kind of bringing some work. Well, heating is not a first priority for us if it's in the summer, right? So for the time being, we don't have anybody in here, right? We're not having anybody move in, even though it doesn't have water either. So water is one of those things that we need to. This will not process unless this building is without drinking water. It has no workers. So basically what we'll need to do is we'll need workers to come in here, and then we'll need to bring them that way, and then we'll start getting water, and then, yeah, so let's get all of those buildings done first, because as we move people in, we'll need to have the buses up and running, doing their thing, moving them to all of these places. What we can also do is we can also say, bring your stuff over here, so that we can bring in, you know, all of that chemicals to that location also, so that we can start to then also bring workers that way. So I guess the next thing we need to do is grab another bus, which is currently you working here in the construction industry. How old are these buses? Only 3 years, so that's fine. We'll send it here, and then what we'll do in the meantime is we'll say, actually, we want you to go there. We want you to go there and pick up people, not necessarily. Well, actually, I don't need to do this. And then what we'll do is we want you to go and drop off people there again, whatever you've got there, right? And we'll just say, yeah, don't go there, and go directly and start doing that. So now we start having buses run to these various locations so that we can start to populate some stuff. So all of these things are now kind of up and running, right? Look at this this roundabout doing its thing over here. This is okay. We do need to get some workers here. These are all up and running. The source is not sending, but they are working. We can see the lights there. I don't think we need any other items to work. This one should be powered, so hopefully we'll get this up and running and built fairly quickly. We do need to get. Oh, we've got the fire stations in here. We do need some police vehicles over here, and we do need some ambulances. So let's just go over here, have a quick look. What do we have? Any police vehicles, ambulances? No, no. I believe they're in the queue, right? Yeah, we're building buses now, because I would love to use a little bit of buses. But yeah, everything is slowly moving. Money is at least rolling in, so we're a little bit okay with that. We have a couple of trains that we can sell in case we needed a quick injection of cash. I think we have a number of trains available in this location. I think what I'll do is I will actually do the quick cash injection. So we'll go ahead and make a start over there. That's gonna, yeah, take those items. So let me just pin this one so I can find it again in due course. We'll do that so it can quickly go and sell a couple of trains. So we'll get that cash injection going. Oh, these buildings are all done. Okay, so now what am I missing? If I'm missing some stuff, oh, this building is not done, but these are okay, right? This is reasonable numbers for these buildings. Now let's quickly see. We have this assigned, so this one should be able to get everything it needs, right? Yeah, it does. So let us quickly oh, we'll need to move people in to get water. Okay, so, and then water should be flowing Okay, so let us switch them on. They will have stuff here. They should have access to most things they need. Temperature is too low. Still? Okay, well, let's wait a little bit longer then. Is this not under construction? It is not under construction. What is this guy doing? Unfinished footpath. Oh, this one. Okay, well, fine. We can make a start on... so let's do footpath like so and like so. And we'll pay for that, and then we can actually get this construction going, right? Get the helicopters here. Get the range here. I want to pay for this. Yeah, pay for that. Pay for that. And what I'll do is I will extend the footpath up here. And like that, and we'll just pay for those sections, and then at least we now have access to that. Okay, perfect. So now we've got buses running in here, so stuff will start to move fairly quickly. We should be okay with everything, really. All we need to do is have people to move in. That has everything it needs. Once the bus drops people off there, water should be rolling in pretty quickly. Where are you? You're on your way back, so I can... send you back to the depot. A little bit less money than I thought. Maybe I'm a little out of it. Okay, that's fine. You can go back to the depot. At least we've bumped that a little bit, because I'm thinking we can move people in. So let's go and say, allow citizens to move in. They'll come in straight away. They should have access to everything they need as soon as we can get some drinking water in play. But please go and work this area, right? You're not going there, are you? No, you're going straight to some other buildings. Okay, so let's allow another one to move in, and another one, and another one. Let's just get everybody to move in, which wasn't necessarily that ideal. Why? Oh, here we go. We're going to have people try and find work this way. Excellent. Now, the buses will... start to move people to the sewage plant and to the water treatment plant. So that'll be great. So now with them over there, we'll start to get water, and hopefully the happiness won't dip too significantly. People are complaining about drinking water, but drinking water should be making your way over very soon as we get these guys over here. As soon as we get the guys in here, we should see drinking water flow, and we should see drinking water available, and now there shouldn't be any problems. Drinking water will still be a problem over here at the police station until we get to that place, but at least now we've got people moving in. They can buy the stuff they want, and so on, right? We can have vaccine development and all kinds of things. Okay, what I'm interested in... building is a little bit low in temperature. That's okay. We'll work ourselves out with another bus in that location. What I'm thinking, for the time being, we'll just drop the number of staff that's available over here. That one is probably okay. This one, we might drop it down a little bit. And just as a starting point, we might want to tame our workforce a little bit in some of these locations, right? We don't need crazy amounts of people working everywhere, right? So let's drop this down a little bit. We'll drop that down a little bit, because we want to make sure... Okay, firefighters, we can't go too crazy, and this will drop down a little bit as well. We don't have any vehicles there yet, but okay, so that should do the trick. We'll have to keep an eye on these items, and now we can start running buses to the heating plant as well. So let's have a look. Do we have a bus available? Nope. They go out as quickly as we build them. As quickly as we build them, they get replaced by... they go and replace something somewhere. So what I'm gonna try and catch this one so that we... it doesn't really matter. We can use one of those other construction buses as well. But yeah, the plan for me was that we catch one of these buses and apply it to somewhere that we need it, right? And doop, there we go. Now this bus we can then immediately send to a depot somewhere and put it on a route to so we'll go over there and then we'll put it on a route from here to there. We'll load up on workforce there, please, and we will go ahead and drop those workers off in that location like so, right? And we'll go there. So now you can make a start on that journey. Now, what I am going to do is this bus that's running... Are we seeing power drops? That's interesting. With these buses, right, I just want to say, instead of loading to 100%, just load to 50. I think that's going to be more than sufficient, really. Did you not pick up any... Oh, you did pick up workers. That's fine. Yeah, so we are seeing power funny business. Let's quickly see why that is. Is the power dropping over here? No, it's not. Seems to be okay there. So what is the... This is... Oh, okay, so that's fine. I understand that as an issue. Now, where is our power over here? Is this also overloaded? Yeah, this is also overloaded. So we do need an extra power spot over here as well. Okay, so I guess I understand why we're seeing these issues. But happy to report. And then this guy, I will, in the future, we will drop off that to 50 as well. Now, just want to point out that these guys, this can only take 20 workers anyway. So we'll pick up to 50 there. So at least we won't be picking up unnecessary workers, or not that many unnecessary workers. That is fine. That is fine. So we did run a bus. Now we're waiting on some of these vehicles. Still can't see any of them anywhere. But yeah, we do need to pick that up, and that needs to be going somewhere, right? So we'll have to put it in there, and they will pick up stuff for us. But anyway, at least now we've got citizens moved into Atomograd-17. It's still a bit of a early... it's still a bit of an early one. Actually, let's drop this even further. I don't think we need even that many. So let's drop that one. This is a panel house for construction. What is the quality here? 89. So at least these guys should be pretty reasonable. This guy's now picked up 25 workers, and over here we need up to 10, right? But I guess it's okay, because this guy will, you know, we'll have a... What? Oh, its water tank is still full, right? Okay, that's fine. So we bring in some workers, they fill up the tank, and at least we've got a reservoir that that deals with it, right? And that's all good. So now they're filling this tank up again. Right, slowly they're filling up this tank. Obviously power is dipping, so that's part of the issue here. And then that goes from there. This is... we can drop this one as well, right? Maybe like 40% of it, because this is going to go to the bus station. Yeah, perfect. So this is going to... oh, the heating plant is up and running already. Oh, and the building is without water. Let's just have a quick look. Where is our closest water? Pretty far away, I might add. So let's quickly just do that, and I guess that's when I'm going to start looking at ending the episode. So we'll do a water switch, kind of something like this, I think. And we'll provide a water substation. I guess somewhere over here would be fine. Do it a little bit more this way. Right. Because this side it will at least... Oh, yeah. If we do it there, fine. We'll do it there, okay? And then we can give both of these a tie-in point so we can maintain them. And we'll also need to just bring in the water line itself. So let's just have a look. Oh, it's all the way over here. I'm kind of tempted not to do it from this guy. I'm more tempted to do it over here because we may need to. Just go over there. Yeah, that's fine. We may need to ultimately, and then we'll tie it in on that side. Yep. And we'll commence construction. So let's go above ground. We'll assign all of our construction crews to this, including the helicopters, to come and do this a little bit quicker, because without water there at the moment, people will get a little unhappy. Money is looking pretty good now. We're still waiting to bring in some other vehicles here, so let's quickly have a look in terms of vehicles, just very briefly. Yeah, so as quickly as we get them, they immediately go and work out, they go and replace something else somewhere. What I can do, however, is I can comfortably go and grab one over there, put it in there, right? And then what we'll do is we'll assign a larger area where they go and collect some stuff. And then for dropping off, let's just assign... whoa. So you can drop off your mixed waste in this location. You can drop off your biological waste in that location, and that should be sufficient. And you can drop off any hazardous waste in this area, and that should really do the trick once we've got everybody up and running, right? At least for now, I think we'll be okay, right? That's very slowly building up some waste in this area that we need to take care of. Now we will have doctors here, so patients can be treated. It should be fine. These people should be reasonably happy. They've got everything they need. They can actually work the get to the university. They're not that anybody is actually going there. The school is also very poorly used at the moment. So slowly we'll build this up and get more and more people in here and start to work our magic here. This should be all good. And we do need to bring in another one of these because this is consuming too much electricity at the moment. So slowly we'll get everything to work. Let's just pop back over here. This guy is also working. Nothing is, and it doesn't have any drinking water. Building is without a power supply. Does that mean it's building up? Let's quickly have a look. I just want to have a quick look. Maybe I'll fix that just quickly. Otherwise, I'm going to forget. If we go underground, this guy here. Yeah, this is full. This is full and it's not moving. Right? That's the issue. Okay, so we'll need to just bring in a little bit of power here. If we go here, it should be... Oh, it's not filling at all. Okay, fine. Power. So let's quickly bring in a power. I'll bring in power and I'll pay for it. Just so we don't have too many issues. So if I go with, say, a power one right here. We'll grab that one. We'll take it off of this line here. Go underground. That's fine. That will work. And we'll get it a little bit of a path. And then what we want to do is go to power, the power tab, and we'll say that. Actually, what I'll do is I will go ahead and fund it. So with that in mind, now it should be working. Building is without drinking water, no resources, missing wastewater. Let me just have a look. These aren't pumps, right? They're switches, right? So, here we go. That's the problem. Let's make sure that works. And then here we'll see. Yeah, now it's working. Fine. So this is without drinking water, but at least we're working, right? So I'm happy with that. That's reasonable. So now at least the sewage isn't backing up in this area. Right? Now, yeah, nice and clean now. Nice and clean. Everybody should be reasonably happy for the time being until we can get some more stuff up and running. Guys, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there. It's been the episode. Finally, we moved people in. And that's great. That's the start of some big things. Now, we'll gain momentum quite rapidly in this area. So there's still a few kind of little things, niggly things that we need to sort out, but at least we're on our way. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. I will see you next time. Bye-bye!